What is going on, guys? It's your boy Wapo here, back with a brand new Marvel Strike Force video. And in this video, you guys, I'm gonna be talking about the top 5 flex teams in Marvel Strike Force. Now, what do I mean by flex teams? Well, flex teams are basically teams that are gonna have value in multiple game modes. So let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have the Illuminati team. So this might be a bit of a biased choice by me. Cosmic Crucible is my favorite game mode in the game, and I debated putting Orcus or Night Stalkers on this list as the number 5 team, just because those two teams, Orcus and Night Stalkers, are needed for the raids. They're also, pretty good in war offense and war defense, and they have some usability and value in Cosmic Crucible as well. But because I'm biased for Cosmic Crucible and it's my favorite game mode, I decided to put the Illuminati up here just because they really are the premier Cosmic Crucible Apex team at the moment. So I want to talk about one passive in particular. So, I don't want to break down all of their abilities. You guys can read those in game, but I do want to talk about one particular ability on this team that really makes them stand out and makes them very, very unique in this game mode. So, and that passive or that ability is going to be the Captain Britain passive. So, Captain Britain's passive basically reads that in Cosmic Crucible, enemies cannot gain speed bar. So, why is this important? Well, this is a turn-based game. So, any character that can manipulate speed bar is going to be incredibly valuable. Think about characters like Emma Frost. Emma Frost is like a 4-year-old character, and Emma Frost is passive. She gives your team 10% speed bar on spawn. She's going to be super squishy, but a lot of people still use Emma Frost simply for that one line in her passive, which is the 10% speed bar on spawn. And it's huge. So like I said, any character that can manipulate speed bar is going to be incredible. So Captain Britain's passive stops the enemy team from gaining speed bar. So that's going to neuter characters like Super Skrull, as well as Apocalypse's Empowered Punch. So that's kind of a big deal. So if you care about Cosmic Crucible and you're looking for a team that's going to really carry you in this game mode, strongly suggest building up the Illuminati team. Iron Man, if you don't have Captain Britain, Iron Man is a great 5th. He's got a lot of cool utility in his kit. Mainly his special is what I like the most. It's going to give defense up to the team. It's also going to extend negative effects. So I found that very useful when I was going through the SK trials. Being able to apply multiple stuns. Captain Britain had a stun. Mr. Fantastic has a stun. And then being able to extend those debuffs with Iron Man special was incredibly useful in that particular instance. Illuminati coming in at number 5. Let me know if you disagree or agree with me in the comments below. Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Alpha Flight. So Alpha Flight, really awesome team. So this team is obviously needed for the Spotlight raids at the moment. Who knows how long the Spotlight raids are going to be available, but for now, there's 2 teams that are needed for that particular raid, is the Spider Society as well as Alpha Flight. But really where Alpha Flight shines is going to be war defense. I'd say right now they're probably the number 1 war defense team at the moment. We got Absolute A-Force coming in to the game here shortly, so they might replace Alpha Flight as the number 1 team. But for now, this is the best this is the best war defense team in the game, and they also do have some usability in Cosmic Crucible. So, couple key abilities that I want to point out for this particular team that really make them stand out. The first one is going to be Guardian's passive. So Guardian's passive gives offense up for 2 turns. So that in itself is super valuable, makes him a pretty awesome plug-and-play character because that particular ability is not tied to any game mode. And then the second one that I want to talk about is the North Star Ultimate. So North Star flips all positive effects as well as clearing revive once on all enemies. So more and more, we're starting to see more and more characters that are clearing revive or have permakills in their kit, such as, Spider Weaver. I know it's a bit of an older character, but, Spider Weaver, Black Cat, those kind of characters, they came out. And unfortunately, it does sort of make characters like Dormammu, less valuable than what they used to be, because Dormammu used to be, super unique by just being able to give revive once to your entire team. But now there's so many characters that have perma kills and clear and revive ones. So just having that in his kit makes North Star. Coming in at number 3, we have the Sinister Six / Superior Six, and this team has really been one of my favorite flex teams for a while now. So this team shines in Cosmic Crucible. They were made as a Cosmic Crucible team. So the real core of the team is going to be Green Goblin Classic, Lizard, as well as Craven. A lot of times, if you're using them in Cosmic Crucible, you can swap out Lizard for Spider Slayer if you're looking for a little bit of extra damage and just don't need the tank. Sometimes I'll drop Doc Ock and put in, Spider Slayer in place of Doc. But I like having Doc in there because he does summon a Shocker, and the Shocker does a nice turn meter rewind. So Doc can be pretty essential to the team in certain matchups. And then if you're using this team on War Offense, I would strongly suggest putting in Mysterio there. Mysterio is one of, if not the best War character on this team. Mysterio has an incredible kit for War Offense. He's got blinds, he's got ability blocks. The guy is just amazing. But outside of War Offense, Mysterio does typically get dropped, or he doesn't really get used as part of the team. I'm going to be honest, this team, I'm again a little bit biased towards this team because they're not really that useful in as many game modes as some other teams in the game. But just the versatility of the team just really makes them shine, and that's why I kind of put them on this list. So a couple key abilities. We got the Vulture passive. So Vulture's passive steals speed up from the enemy team whenever he's paired with 2 or more Superior Six allies. So you kind of have to, you can't really use Vulture by himself and expect him to do, what you want him to do, right? So you have to pair him with at least 2 Superior Six allies to really make him shine and get use out of that passive. And then the other ability I want to kind of highlight is going to be the Green Goblin Classic passive. So while he has charged, he does spawn with 3 charged. So while he has charged, Sinister Six, not just Superior Six, but Sinister Six allies cannot gain ability block. Such a unique thing in their kit. Just not being able to gain ability block as well as not being able to gain vulnerables. So coming in at number 2, we have the Spider Society team. So no surprise there. This is one of the best teams in the entire game at the moment. They are needed for the Spotlight and the Orcus raids in the skill section. They are very, very good in Cosmic Crucible and very annoying as well in Cosmic Crucible. They're also a really good War Offense and defense team. And they're also incredibly valuable in Dark Dimension. Anytime you see a Hero City section in any of the Dark Dimensions, this team is just going to be able to auto all of those nodes. I've never had any trouble in Dark Dimensions, when I'm bringing in this team. So this is the only team on the list that doesn't really have any particular callouts to abilities. Honestly, they're just a must-build team. If you're playing this game right now and you don't have this team built up, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So make sure you guys are building this team. As you guys can see, some of my ISO selections. Now, if I had to pick 2 or 3 characters from this team that I would prioritize more than others, I would do Peter B first, then Pav, because he's your main damage dealer, and then Penny Parker. The other 2 characters are pretty important, but I would say that those 3 members, and Peter B, Pav, as well as Penny, are going to be the core of the team. Build those characters up first if you're trying to be mindful with your resources. And then coming in at number 1, drum roll please, we have the Annihilators. So the Annihilators, in my opinion, are the best flex team in the entire game. So this team is the premier arena team. They are incredible in Cosmic Crucible. They're a very, very good War Offense as well as War Defense team. And if you're looking for a Cosmic team in Dark Dimension, if you're looking for a team for those Cosmic nodes in Dark Dimension, look no further. This team is going to absolutely carry you in those Cosmic sections of Dark Dimension. So a couple key abilities that I want to point out on this team. Endgame Thanos as passive and his ultimate. My goodness, this is such an incredible character. I think he's the only character in the game that does this, but I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments below, but he's the only character that I know that clears Safeguard. clears safeguard. Like, what? Like, this is absolutely insane. I mean, technically the passive and the ultimate read that it clears safeguard, but it does reduce the duration of all positive effects by 5 on all enemies. So really the only way that this, doesn't really clear safeguard is, let's say a team comes out or a character comes out and that character spawns with 6 safeguard or 7 safeguard or 10 safeguard. It's going to reduce it by 5. So if the character has 6 safeguard, it's going to bring that safeguard from 6 down to 1. Most characters only spawn with 1 or 2 safeguard on spawn. Basically, it's going to get rid of the safeguard altogether. And safeguard is just one of those abilities that when it first came out, it was completely game changing. Not being able to strip any positive effects off the enemy team or off your team because of safeguard was a big game changer, as well as trauma. So having a character that can do that, not only on his passive when he gets pushed below 50%, but also on his ultimate, like, oh my goodness, like so good. And then the other ability that I want to talk about is, not really an ability, but just Gladiator. Gladiator is the best pre-taunting tank at the moment. The guy spawns with defense up, immunity, and safeguard. Like, what the hell? Like, the guy is just an incredible pre-taunting tank. I really love this character, and I really love this team. So this is an absolute must-build team. If you don't have them, get them. They're going to be your premier raid team, arena team that's going to help you farm those power cores. My power core stash has gone up tremendously since I've been putting resources into this team. And obviously unlocking, Mephisto and Odin and, characters like that really are helping me stay in the top ranks of arena. So that's going to do it, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this list. If you did, show your appreciation by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. We are only, 40? No, my math is terrible. We are 64 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please like this video, and I would love to know your thoughts on this list. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below if you guys think that other teams should be on this list, and I will catch you guys in the next one, MSFers.